Hi, my friends. Welcome to class. My name is Angie. Today, we are going to work into the hips and the glutes and the legs and our thighs. I'm personally very sore right now in the legs. I got a really good workout in yesterday, so we're going to work that out together. And then we'll stay low, and then we'll pick it up and we'll move through a gentle flow just to get the body moving. We will begin in child's pose, toes together, knees wide. Set the hips back on top of the heels, and then crawl the arms forward. Ooh, sometimes if you're a little tight to begin with, child's pose can be a lot for the first posture of the class. So I actually like to begin on my forearms a lot of the times, especially if I'm experiencing some really tight inner thighs. So you could take the forearms down. You could even take a block if you have one under the head. Just give yourself a few breaths to settle into this initial space. And we'll try to remain really present with each posture that we move through today, not worrying about what's coming next or how the previous posture looked or felt. Can you release attachment to how it looks, even how it feels, and allow yourself to just be in it? When you're ready, if you've settled into the hips a bit more, maybe you remove the block and then reach the arms out long. Bring the forehead to the mat. Long breaths, filling all the way up here. And exhaling completely. Let the inhales deepen the stretch. And let the exhales settle you in a little more. Softening the body. Three more breaths here. Last breath. Go ahead and tent the fingers and reach the fingers a little further out as you breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, walk the arms over to the right, stacking the left palm on top of the left. Breath in. Exhale to settle. Left hip anchors down. Reach through the left arm. Nice side body stretch. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to reach through the finger and through the hip in opposite directions. Stay for the exhale to settle. Inhale, center. Exhale, settle. Inhale, press through the hands, round the spine, lift the hips. Stack the wrists under the shoulders, pull the knees in under the hips. And then we'll begin to just move the hips side to side here. Not worrying about what it looks like. Really just feel around. Maybe you spend a few moments in any tight, sticky areas, any areas that are really resisting. Maybe you begin to make the circles a little bit bigger, dropping the hips all the way to the mat, and then all the way back towards the heels. Switch directions if you have not already. Good. Then we'll come to a neutral tabletop. Untuck the toes, so tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. And then we'll puff up through the chest here, press firmly through the arms, and then lift the knees. We're going to stretch through the front of the ankles here. Big breath in. Exhale to settle. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, gaze up. Exhale to round, press the ground away, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Couple more here, keep going. Follow your own breath. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale, cow. Cat. Good. Inhale, cow. Tuck the toes this time. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Shake the head out here, yes and no. And clench the jaw. And then begin to shift side to side. Spread the fingers really wide. Anchor down through all parts of the hand. So we're really using the hands here. We're not dumping into the wrists. The fingers are slightly gripping the mat. And we're just settling into this shape. Noticing what it feels like here. Releasing judgment, right or wrong or good or bad. Just allow yourself to experience it, to be in it. And then begin to listen. What is the body asking for? Maybe you bend one knee and then the other. Maybe you come to the edges of the feet, shifting the hips to one side, getting a nice side body stretch. Good. Take a breath in, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, and walk to the top of the mat, tiny steps. Separate the feet hip width apart. Bend the knees nice and generously. Grab opposite elbows here. Rock side to side. Might feel good to lift up on an inhale to flatten out the spine, and then refold. So again, this is your practice. Take what you need, take what feels good for you, what the body is asking for. But can we try to move slow? We're not rushing. All right. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands come to the shins. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, draw the head forward, shift the weight into the toes, lift the shoulders up. So we're not rounding here. Strong lats, kind of squeezing the shoulder blades together. Breath in, fold. One more. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, set the hips down. We'll come into malasana. Just wiggling the feet out enough so that the hips kind of fit right in between the feet here. You can take elbows to the insides of the knees, palms together at heart center for Anjali Mudra. Or if you need a little bit more space like me to really elongate the spine, you can extend the arms out and come onto the forearms. My long torso gang, what's up? And then we're sending our hips forward towards the space in front of us as we're pressing the knees open. One more breath in. Exhale, plant the hands, lift the hips, fold. Lift up halfway, fold. Heel toe the feet together. Lift up halfway. Feel the difference of that wide-legged halfway lift versus feet closer in. Fold. Let's rise this time. Reach up. Exhale, palms lower down through heart center. A few half sunnés just to get some movement and ritual. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, reach high. Palms lower down, Anjali Mudra. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Reach high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reach. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. Uttanasana, fold. Urdhva Hastasana, reach high. Exhale, palms lower down. Anjali Mudra. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. Breath in to lift. Fold. Rise. Palms lower. Reach up. Fold. Lift. Fold. Rise. Palms lower down. One breath in here. Clearing breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the palms. Right foot steps back, right knee drops down. Maybe you grab your blocks here. And we'll begin to work into the hips and into the thighs, the hamstrings a bit more. So, Ashwa Sanchalanasana first. So that means our hands are in line with the front foot. Torso is slightly leaning forward with a tall spine here. Shoulders are back. So you can see how Ashwa Sanchalanasana is different than Anjaneyasana Asana. Yeah? So we're here, long torso. And we'll be here for a few breaths. And I'll invite you throughout this practice, since we're moving slow, since there's more space in between each posture, to get distracted. Maybe you find a drishti, a focal point, maybe on your mat or on the space in front of you somewhere, something that is not moving. And see if you can lock your gaze on that one point, minimizing what we're taking in through the senses. When we are constantly taking in things through our senses, we lose prana. This is our life force energy. So by directing our focus on a single point or a single object or thought, we can serve. Keep the breath moving. Big breath in. Exhale for half splits. Straighten the front leg, pull the toes towards the face, hips go back, and maybe you walk your blocks in a little bit. See if you can lengthen the spine here. Hips are squared, so your left hip is pulling back in space. So notice if the left hip is more in front of the right, then just drag that foot back in space a little bit to find that alignment. Remembering to come back to our focus, our drishti. And along with gazing at this one point, can you allow your breath to match? So we're focusing just as much on the point as we are on our breath. Using the breath as a tool to hack our nervous system. A lot of times when we think, oh, I'm not that flexible, or I can't reach that point, really it's because our nervous system doesn't feel safe to go there. So by taking a long, drawn out exhale, we can calm the nervous system enough to allow the body to kind of melt in a little bit more. That's why the breath is so important. Maybe you find with breath, you can begin to fold a little bit more. On your next inhale, we're going to bend back into that left knee. The right hand is going to stay planted. Left arm is going to twist open, reaching up. It's a little twist here. We'll stay for just a couple breaths here in this twisted position. Notice if the hips are flaring off to the left. Pull them back in through center. Big breath in. And then exhale, take a quad stretch here. So bending into the right leg. Ooh. You're just either reaching back towards that right foot, or maybe you can grab it. I'm so tight right now that I cannot. That's okay. Maybe I will be able to reach it the second round. Breath in. Exhale, slowly release that foot. Cartwheel the arms forward. Tuck the back toes. Lift the hips for pyramid. So squaring the hips. Blocks are really nice here. If you don't have blocks, a water bottle will do. A lot of times, if I don't have a block, I'll just prop my hands on my water bottle like this. Big breath in. Exhale to fold in. Allow the torso to come down. Shake out the head, yes and no. Really working into the backs of the legs here. And so maybe now your drishti is at a different point. Either way, we're keeping it locked on one point. On your next breath in, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Feel the difference between your left leg and your right. Ooh. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, bending through the knees, reaching high. Anjali Mudra, palms lower down. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. Lift halfway, breath in. Exhale, plant the palms. Left foot steps back this time, left knee drops down. Find your blocks. Asana. Hands can also come to the mat here if you don't have blocks. Maybe like tented fingers. But we'll settle in here. Long spine. Shoulders are back and down. So notice if they're kind of up by the ears or rounding forward. And you can tell it's when you really start to feel this nice stretch and it works up into the psoas muscle. So a lot of times it really will target the hip flexor. If we're rounded in the shoulders, it kind of takes it out of the psoas. So if you lift, pull the shoulders back and down, it works into the deep abdominal muscles. That feels really good and you want even more, you can lift that left arm up and reach it over to the right. Just an option. Take what you need. Couple more breaths here. Big breath in. Exhale, send the hips back. Pull the right toes towards the face. Maybe you walk your blocks in, squaring the hips. For Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Sometimes it feels good to find a little sway. And then maybe with a few exhales, you're able to find a little more space. Couple more breaths. Unclench the jaw. We'll inhale, bend into the right knee, left hand stays planted. Right arm sweeps up, taking a twist. Then again, checking in with the hips. Are the hips flaring over to the right? Can you pull them back through center? Twist from the core. Big breath. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take a quad stretch here, bending into the left foot. Maybe you can grab, or maybe you just reach towards the foot. Slowly release. Cartwheel the arm forward. Tuck the back toes. Lift the hips for pyramid. Squaring the hips. Flattening the spine. And folding. We'll lift up halfway, step to the top of the mat, and forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Palms lower down. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. Lift halfway. Exhale, plant the palms. Right foot steps back. Right knee drops down. This time, inhale the arms high. Anjaneyasana. Settling into the hips. And your choice with the arms, you can have them parallel to the ears. You can grab opposite elbows if you want a little bit more of a heart opener here, pushing the head into the forearms. You can clasp the hands behind the back, peel the heart open. You could even grab opposite elbows behind the back. Breath in. Exhale, half splits. Send the hips back. Hands come to the mat. All right, this time we'll inhale forward, crawl the hands forward on the inside of the left knee, and then wiggle the foot out to the left a little bit here. We're coming into lizard. So, option to have the blocks under the hands. This will bring the ground a little closer, allow for a longer spine. Unclenching the jaw, softening the face. Noticing where the body wants to resist when we come into these more uncomfortable postures. Notice where the mind goes, what the thoughts say, how the body responds. I personally, my core tightens, my stomach grips. So I have to constantly remind myself to soften the belly. On your next inhale, inhale the left arm up this time, reach high. And then exhale, thread, left arm under the right. Inhale, high. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach high. One more, exhale, thread. Reach high. Exhale, quad stretch. Breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale to cartwheel the arms forward for pyramid. Tuck the back toes, lift the hips. Good. This time, let's see if we can come up off the blocks a little bit. So we're just kind of keeping the engagement in the legs and really using the strength of our legs to hold this posture. Now you can come really light on the blocks. And also, I'll invite you here to notice what's happening with the low back. If you're feeling any pinching or anything, try zipping the belly button to spine. You'll feel the glute engage a little bit more, and this will protect the low back. Keep reaching the heart forward. One more breath in. Exhale to fold. Hand comes down to the mat. Inhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Fold. Inhale, rise, reach high. Palms lower down. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, left foot steps back, left knee drops down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, reach the arms high. Again, you choose which arm variation you would like here. There's no right or wrong. No option that is better or worse than the next. It's really just a matter of what your body needs. I've been really circling back to the yamas, these ethical principles of yoga philosophy. And what just came to mind is satya, truthfulness. You know, there's the ability to discern, right? So we can say, oh, I'm going to take this because it feels good in my body right now, because it's easy, it provides comfort. But is the comfort really what our body needs right now? Maybe we need to discern for our well-being. Maybe we actually need to lean into the discomfort a little bit to lean into growth. Breath in. Exhale the hips back, half splits. So maybe try taking something that pushes you a little bit out of your comfort zone, something that is maybe a little bit more uncomfortable in your body, but we know it's providing a benefit. We know it's stretching a muscle or targeting something in a different way that we haven't targeted before. So truthfulness, it's not just saying, this is my truth, this is how I feel. It's really asking yourself the hard questions and being radically honest with ourselves and others. What do I really need right now? On your next inhale, bend into the right knee. Walk the hands on the inside of the right foot. You can wiggle that right foot out a bit more. Maybe come onto your blocks here. I like to keep my hands stacked under the shoulders. Lengthen the spine. And we'll inhale, right arm up towards the sky. Exhale to thread, right hand under the left arm. Inhale to reach high. Exhale to thread. Inhale to reach. Last one, exhale, thread. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, quad stretch. Breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, release the foot. Tuck the toes for pyramid. Lift the hips. Set yourself up here. Find your alignment. And then get really light on the hands. Shift the focus into the legs, finding more engagement. And then maybe you pull the hands into heart center. Check in with the hips, with the low back. Are we feeling any pinching? Try zipping the belly button up to spine. Engage through the legs a little bit more. Keep reaching the heart forward. Breath in. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale to rise, reach high. Palms lower down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, right foot steps back. Anjaneyasana, inhale the arms high. Exhale, half splits, straighten the front leg. Inhale, revolved Anjaney. Right hand plants, left arm swings high. Exhale for the quad stretch. Inhale for pyramid. Exhale to settle. Inhale to lift. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift, halfway. Fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, palms lower down. Inhale, reach high. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Left foot steps back, Anjaneyasana. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, revolved Anjaney, left hand plants, right arm swings high. Exhale, quad stretch. Inhale to release. For pyramid, lift the hips. Exhale to settle. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. One more each time. Exhale, palms lower down through heart center. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Plant the palms, right foot steps back, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, revolved Anjaney. Left arm swings up, twisting open. Exhale for the quad stretch. Inhale, pyramid. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Exhale to settle. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise. Palms lower down. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant the palms, left foot steps back, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, revolved, left hand down, right arm swings high. Exhale for the quad stretch. Inhale for pyramid. Exhale to settle. Inhale to lift. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise. Palms lower down. Inhale, arms up. Fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. And then inhale, lift the chest up for baby cobra. Get really light on the fingertips here. Press the toes into the mat. Exhale to lower. Do that again. Inhale, lift up. Use the back muscles here. We're not using the arms as much. Exhale to lower. This time, clasp the hands behind the back. Inhale, peel the heart open. Exhale to lower. One more. Lift up. Hold. For 3. For 2. Last breath. Big breath in. Exhale to lower. Hands come by the sides. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Send the hips back for child's pose or embryo pose. So knees a little bit closer together here.
option to stay here or take rabbit pose. So wrapping the hands around the soles of the feet, coming onto the very tippy top, the crown of the head, and then lifting the hips up, keeping a hold of the heels, feeling this nice stretch in between the shoulder blades, pressing the spine up towards the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale to lower.
Lift up the torso, finding Vajrasana here. Palms face up. Closing the eyes. We'll breathe in for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 4. Hold 4. Inhale 4. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Samavriti, exhale 4. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Inhale 4. Exhale 6. Inhale 6. Exhale 6. Inhale 6. Exhale 6. Allow the breath to return to its normal rhythm. Just observe for a few breaths. Notice any sounds around you, outside the room, the building. Notice any colors or lights behind the eyes. Feel your seat on the ground, the air on your skin. Any aromas in the room. Tastes in the mouth. Anchoring into the present via our senses. Just You notice the mind begins to wander. Thoughts arise, maybe thoughts of the past or thoughts of the future. You can notice, what do you see, what do you smell, what do you taste, what can you touch, hear. Blink the eyes open. We'll come into a tabletop. Maybe tuck the toes under, lift the hips, quick downward dog. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Couple circles here. Switch directions. Good. Three-legged dog. And then exhale, step the right foot all the way through, coming into pigeon. Maybe a block under the right hip. And then forearms come down to the mat. Settling in here. Option to place a block under the forehead, under the sternum maybe. Unclench the jaw, soften the belly, the space between the eyebrows. Long exhales. Notice where you're holding on, you're gripping. Begin to press yourself up, nice and slow. Plant the palms down, tuck the back toes. We'll come back through three-legged dog. Extend the right leg, bend the knee, open the hip. Option to flip your dog here. So right leg comes behind you, left foot steps up, lift the hips. Reach through the right arm, take a breath in. And then exhale, coming back through three-legged dog. Plant the right foot down. Inhale the left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Couple circles here. Switch directions. Good. Three-legged dog, square off the hips. Exhale, step through, pigeon on the left. Maybe a block under the left hip. When you're ready, you can begin to crawl yourself forward, forehead to a block, or to the mat, or maybe just hands to the mat. And see if you can circulate your breath in a way where you can't really tell where the inhales stop and the exhales begin, and the exhales stop and the inhales begin. And just gently flow one into the other.
like a wave. Noticing where you're gripping or tensing. Soften. Unclench. And release your grip. And begin to lift up. Planting the palms firmly into the mat. Tuck the back toes. Left foot goes high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Flip your dog. Inhale the hips high. Let your inhale guide you back through center, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop to your knees. Exhale the hips back, feet come to the side. And we'll find a seated forward fold. So I encourage a nice bend in the knees, maybe a bolster or blocks under the knees, especially if you're tight. Inhale the arms up, long spine. Exhale, reach up and forward as you fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Block under the head is nice here. Right in between the legs. And go ahead and lift up. Then we'll bend the knees, plant the feet firmly on the ground. The hands come behind you, stacked under the shoulders. Wrap the shoulder blades back, kind of hugging the spine with the shoulder blades, if you will. Triceps are engaged. Palms press firmly into the mat. Lift the hips, tuck the tailbone towards the knees. Reverse tabletop. Don't let the head drop back. Stay nice and active through the neck to protect it. We'll be here for 3, for 2. Last breath in. Exhale, lower the hips down. Take the legs wide. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to fold. And maybe this is all you fold. That's okay. That's all right. Be truthful with yourself. You know, if the back is beginning to round, pull back. Keep pointing the toes up towards the ceiling. Really working into the inner thighs here. Maybe it feels good to shift side to side. Maybe you find a little space after a couple breaths.
One more big breath, fill all the way up. Stay for the exhale. Inhale to press up. Feet come together. And then we'll come all the way down onto our back. Plant the feet hip distance apart, nice and close to the glutes. And we'll lift up for a bridge here, tucking the tailbone towards the knees. Little back bend, front body stretch. We focused a lot on the posterior chain, so we want to make sure we're balancing it out a bit. Posterior is the back side of the body, anterior is the front side of the body. So while we are back bending here, there's contraction in the back muscles. There's lengthening in the muscles of the front body. Big breath in. Exhale to lower. Pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Rock side to side. Keep the legs where they're at, arms out to a T, and let the legs fall over to the left for a supine twist. Gazing to the right. Right shoulder is anchored down. Inhale through center. Pause here, let the spine neutralize. Then exhale over to the opposite side, to the right. Reaching through the left arm. Inhale through center. Plant the feet. Maybe tent the knees together. And when you're ready, set up for Shavasana. Legs long, arms down by the sides. Or maybe Shavasana doesn't feel good for you and you want to take pentacle pose, reaching the arms in all directions, or maybe grab opposite elbows above the head. Maybe you place your hands on the body. Explore, see what feels good for you. Just for a final resting pose, we'll call it, for the last couple minutes of class. A few more moments of intentional presence. Take a breath in. Hold at the top. Exhale out the mouth. Shavasana. Take a breath in to awaken the body. Feel the sensation of the lungs expanding and contracting with air. On your next inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Take a full body stretch. And on an exhale, begin to press yourself up, finding a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed, tall spine. We'll inhale the palms to heart center for Anjali Mudra. We'll seal the practice with the sound of one Om. Take a full breath in to prepare. Inhale the thumbs to the third eye. Exhale to bow. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope this practice served you today, and I hope it serves as a reminder to stay anchored in the present. You know, we're in a time with the stars, if you pay attention, that can kind of pull us into the future, have us worried and anxious about what's to come. And we have a tool that all of us have, and it's our breath. So if we can remember to use it, it will help anchor us in the present, slow down, feel, tap into your senses, notice what's around you, what's right here, what's right now. I love you. We will see you soon.